Hello, everybody. This is Peter, and welcome to my ham shack. This is ham radio crib notes, and hope y'all are doing well. We're doing pretty good ourselves. We're always trying to come up with new things for us to discuss, and I've got another one for us today. So, I'm Peter, KJ5AJB, and today we're going to dive into the top 10 things in amateur radio. And this is for everybody, whether you're new to the hobby or you've got your extra class or working on it. There's always more to explore. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Get you something to drink. I've got me a nice cold glass of iced tea. And let's go. So the channel seems to be growing pretty good at a kind of a steady pace for us here. If you can see in the background there, I'm up to 351 subscribers, and thank you all for that. Hope you're enjoying the conversation. And if you remember to, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I like those little signs. They're better than the automated stuff. So anyways, I did a little experiment with all this AI stuff that's been kind of going around. So I got on Chat GPT, and I decided to play with it. So I told it to generate me a podcast on the top 10 things to do in ham radio. So I'm going to share with you what I got out of it from it. So it gives me a title of 10 things every ham should try at least once. So top 10 things, we're going to start off with number 1 here. Make your first HF contact. Okay, if you're just a technician license, I strongly suggest you hop up the general so you can get on more of the bands. And nothing beats like that long distance QSO, especially when you make a DX contact halfway around the world. It generated a pro tip here, said start on 20 meters during daylight for great propagation. Well, as you all know, and I know, the past several weeks, the propagation sucks, due to our solar issues right now. So let's jump into number 2, participate in a contest. And it says, contesting is where you put your skills to test, rapid fire style. Try a major one like ARRL Field Day or a smaller one like SKCC Sprint. I've never done a contest myself, and it seems fairly hectic. I've listened to them on the airwaves quite a bit, and it gives a tip here of why it's fun, improves your operating skills, and connects you with hundreds of hams quickly. So I bet that keeps you pretty busy most of the day. I think the ARRL one does it for like 24 hours or more. Number 3, build a simple antenna. Don't buy everything, build something. A dipole, a J-pole, or even a simple wire loop. DIY wins. It's affordable, it's educational for you, and often performs better than you'd expect. I remember the first antenna I built was a dipole out of speaker wire and a PVC T with a piece of RG58 connected to it, and it worked out fairly decent for getting me going, and that was a good starter antenna. Then I progressed on to buying a 9-to-1 UNUN and using a 53 foot, I think it was, long wire. Might have been 63. I'll have to double check on that. But anyways, both of those worked me quite a bit in the beginning, and then later on I purchased antennas once I got further into the hobby and got up into my general license and everything. So building your own antenna to start out can be fairly simple, and it's a good project. Try the digital modes. Is number 4, FT8, JS8 call, and PSK31. Now, I've done FT8 in the past myself. I haven't done the other 2. Explore the digital side of ham radio. FT8 is wildly popular. You can get around the globe on low power, which is pretty cool with that. I did it for a long time, and then I kind of got bored with it because it was just more or less automated, most of it. The computer doing all the work for you. So, number 5, join a local club or net. And I've gone over this before too. Joining a net, it's pretty good fellowship amongst other hams, and I enjoy that quite a bit myself. You get to ratchet jaw with folks in your general vicinity. We have quite a few that are quite a ways off too, but most of them are in the southeast here where I am. Let's see, number 6, activate a park, POTA or Summit Soda. I've not done either one of them. That's one thing I want to try. Take your gear outside. Parks on the Air and Summits on the Air are popular portable ops programs. Gives a tipper. Portable Paradise, combine hiking, camping, and ham radio. So Parks on the Air would probably be really good for when you're camping, I think. It'd give you something to do during the day or evenings. Let's see, what do we got here? Number 7, use a repeater or try Echo Link. Explore your local repeaters or talk globally via Echo Link or All-Star. Perfect for the tech license holders using HTs. If you got quite a bit of repeaters in your area, that's a good thing to get into. Mine are quite distant, as I've reported in my Bofang video. I think the nearest one to me is probably 50 miles away. I'd probably have to have a lot bigger antenna. Let me put the phone here on Do Not Disturb so it quits pinging on us. All right. Get into number 8, get into emergency comms, MCOM. So you can join a local ARES, or RACES group. Hams are critical in emergencies, and we all know this with several of the disasters that have happened over the last few years. They've come in really handy. I've watched a video on updates on the North Carolina area, and it's still pretty much a mess. And they're still trying to get them back together. It'll take them years to recover from that. Let's see, number 9, experiment with SDR or software-defined radio. Several of us have been into that. One of my last videos was on using cubic SDR on my Kenwood 590SG, and I quite enjoyed that. I'm going to do another experiment here. I've got an old Mac Mini. I'm going to put Linux on it, the OBSBOT 2, I think it's called. And then it's got cubic SDR on it. I'm going to try and get it going on there too, see how it works out, just for something to play with. And number 10, the great number 10, and this is a good one for all of us, to teach or mentor a new ham. It's called Pay It Forward. Help someone else get their license or build their first antenna or navigate their first QSO. Give advice on entry-level rigs. Like with any hobby, I suggest you start out used rather than spending big bucks on new stuff that you might lose interest in it and lose money on it trying to sell it, So that kind of wraps that up, and I'm sure you all are probably tired of the Yaesu fever that's been going on here. It's been going on since the Hamfest. So a lot of folks have been harping on that. I don't know how many reviews I've seen on the new Yaesus online there on the YouTube, but it's crazy. Anyways, let's see. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, share it with your fellow operators. And this is Peter, KJ5, AJB, and 73s, y'all.